Yo, what up, Trail Tech? How we doing? I know it's been a hot minute. Hold on, I need to fix. I feel like the white balance on this camera is really off. Let's bring it down just a little bit, or the color, whatever ISO. I don't know. I'm not a camera guy. That looks better. All right. Got done with a spare parts build. Is that different from the little mini build you did? You must be doing the free PCU one. Yeah, I don't think the business is doing quite that well to just be giving away free PCs, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. Oh, nice. That's cool. All right. I just want to make sure that all of the chats and stuff are working. Yo, Trailtech, resubscribed tier 1 for 6 months. Got a 4-month streak going. Thank you. Bella, welcome in. Luis, thank you for coming in. Appreciate you guys. Oh, I don't have any water with me. That's a problem. That's a problem. I need to get some water, y'all. Give me like 2 minutes here. You go get a glass of water. But don't worry, you guys can hear me, even if I go downstairs. Because these microphones are awesome.
I'm worried about the internet. I can't connect the TV.
I think we just need to throw another node down here. Because the signal strength on my phone down here is really bad from that node upstairs. Let's see what happens after stream. Nope. All right, y'all. I got some water. Hi, puppy. We're back. Whiskey's better for you. I'm not drinking for like the next couple months. Me and some buddies were like, we're not gonna drink for like 3 months. So we'll see how long that lasts, but yeah. Yo, what up, Redbeard? Dude, I don't know why that chat doesn't seem to want to work on Meld right now. I need to like log back in or something. I probably need to log back in on Meld. What up, Pixelated? How we doing? Until Loot Fest, I know, dude. I just planned out the builds for Loot Fest this year. I'm pretty excited. We're gonna have a white all AMD build in a really cool case, and then we're gonna have a smaller form factor. Excuse me, while I die here. And we're gonna have a small form factor black build. In a really cool case that you guys probably have never seen before. So I just got this planned out this afternoon. So probably gonna start ordering parts so that I can have it all ready to go. But it's gonna be sweet. I do have RAM. This isn't even the only RAM I have in my office. So yeah. Come at me, bro. You suggested a scary one? What did you suggest? The red rum one? Is that the one you suggested? I don't even know where I would get one of those. That's so much work. The real question is do I have that kind of time? The answer is probably yes. The reality is probably no, but we'll see. Start rating AI data centers for the RAM. It's a different kind of RAM. It won't work in your system. Sorry. Data centers use ECC RAM, which is not compatible with like standard RAM. Like a lot of them use RDIMM, which is like physically doesn't even fit in like a DDR5 standard motherboard. So unfortunately, while it's a fun idea, it won't work. Rayon, thank you so much for all those likes. Timmel Ford, what's up? Crazy Ben, hey, welcome in. I recognize that name. All right, let's talk about today's build. Because we got a pretty sweet build today. This started out, like the original quote was like a very budget-friendly system with some custom like stuff on the case. And then it ended up being, now it's a pretty high-end build. So we've got a Ryzen 5 9600X. Don't knock it, because the 9600X can handle pretty much anything you throw at it. And then it's got a 9700 XT. So this thing is going to be ballin'. 1440p gaming, 1080p gaming. You could even do some 4K gaming on it. This thing is going to be nice. We got a B850 Wi-Fi motherboard from Gigabyte, 32 gigs of RAM. Got a 1 terabyte SSD. This is the last bit of the budget part that's still around. We've got the Thermalright Assassin. This is the R Digital, so it's actually got a little digital display right there on the CPU cooler, but it's an air cooler, and it's more than capable of keeping that 9600X cool. 850 watt power supply. We got a Montec XR that is custom painted with a digital camo, which is going to be super cool, especially with all this stuff once it's inside. And yeah, that's the build. What up, Jasmine? How we doing? Budget till the RAM and SSD prices. Yeah, I still have a handful of RAM and SSDs from before prices went totally crazy. So they're probably like $100-ish cheaper than what you would have to pay for them now, which is unfortunate. But you know, I thankfully caught it, you know, before it went too crazy. Also, if you guys can see here, I'll move my glass here. I finally added fans to the front of my stream PC. Look at that. It didn't have any fans up front. The only fans in the system were like in the GPU and in the AIO before, so it's gonna be nice and cool now. You have that cooler? I'm about to get rid of it because I got an AIO. Ooh, nice. What AIO did you get? All right. Should we start building? I think we should. I think we should get going. You can always hang out and chat after. Use the 9600X today with a 906016. That's a great build. No complaints. Not to use just to be annoying because it took all of ours. That's fair. That is a fair reaction to what's going on right now. Like if I can't have it, you can't have it. Thermalright 360 Aqua Elite, dude, can't go wrong with Thermalright. You literally cannot go wrong with Thermalright. It's just so good. It's just so good. My daughter's out there hacking up a lung. All right. Let's get our motherboard out here. All the accessories. Got the puppy in here with me today. He's gonna be wanting out in like 5 minutes, but it's okay. Ooh, the Thermalright Trofeo. That's the one with like the super big long screen, right? What up, Arcadia? Welcome in. And there he goes. He wants out already. Can you get out, puppy? I know you're smart enough to let yourself out. I think you're just too lazy. All right, I'll let him out. I know, you're so dejected. Stuck in here with me. All right, scoot back. Here, no, let's go back. There, now you can get out. There. Okay, he's out. Solid 10 minutes, and he's like, nah, I'm good. Wife got it for you for Christmas? Nice. What up, Mr. Rainbow? Welcome in. One of my friends is trying to get one PC building. I'm hooking him up with a 5500 16 gigs, B550 Wi-Fi, Thermalright air cooler with the screen. Hey, that's a really good deal for all that. That's a baller little PC, man. Oh, TikTok isn't scrolling for me? Come on. Come on, TikTok. What up, Wes? Welcome in. Tape on the motherboard packaging is always so hard to peel off. I know. They like... It's like they think nobody ever wants to take it off or anything. All right. Ryzen 5 9600X. Wow, my daughter's getting ready to take a bath or something. The water in the wall is super loud. It's definitely weird being back home building and streaming. Went from the 5500 build to a 7600. That is a huge upgrade. I know it's the same number of cores, but the speed and power of the 7600X is so much better than the 5500. No question about that. All right, 9600X, boom, done, installed. My wife wishes I had an office outside the house. My wife's happy I'm actually home because in the old office I was gone like 24/7, so she's excited to have me at the house. I mean, when I get a new job, we'll see where I'm at during the day. If I can get another remote job or if I am gonna be in the office, who knows? Who knows? But I'd like to get that figured out soon, you know? Think about maybe getting a 9060 XT or 5070 as your next upgrade. Yeah, those would both be a good upgrade. Definitely make sure that your power supply is capable of whatever GPU you get. I mean, if you had to choose between the two, I mean, the 9060 XT 16 gig is like $100 and something cheaper than the 5070, so that could be a pretty good option. But either one of those is going to be a huge upgrade from the 6600, and there's no doubt about that. 9600X is the M5 version of the 5500. I mean, no, the like 7500F or 7400F or like 8400F is really like the 5500 of the new AM5. Like super budget friendly in terms of AM5 stuff, and yeah, but still like really solid. What's a good upgrade from the RTX like 5070? I also kind of want to test Nvidia, but also I don't know if I'm gonna be able to afford a 5070. I mean, the prices right now are solid. They're probably gonna go up this year. So if you're gonna do it soon, just because of VRAM prices and stuff. But right now you can get a 5070 for like $540 without any sort of like sale or anything. I tried it again. What is a good upgrade from this 4070 Ti Super and 4K, not the 90 series, just something, you know, AMD 80 or AMD. I mean, 5070 Ti would be a good upgrade from the 4070 Ti Super or like the 9070 XT. That's kind of like what I would suggest if you're going to upgrade from the 4070 Ti Super, just because there's, you know, if you want it to be worth it of like for an upgrade, like you don't want just like a slight upgrade. You want it to be like a significant upgrade. So yeah, I would say 5070 Ti or 9070 XT are probably what you would want to go for in order to feel like it's worth spending $700. Ah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I'm more than twice your age, so it's a little bit different for me. I'm an old man, depending on who you ask. All right, so we got 32 gigs of RAM. We've got our 9600X. We got a 1 terabyte SSD. Let's get our CPU cooler in here. Come on. Benchmade still hasn't sent back my knife. It's been like over a week. Hopefully it gets back soon. Yeah, if you get monetized, yeah, maybe you can pull in a little more cash. That'd be nice. What platforms are you trying to get monetized on? You're so fast with building, it probably would have took me half an hour to get where you're at. Yeah, I mean, I've got a lot of practice. Got a lot of practice. This isn't even me trying to build fast. This is me building while talking to you guys. All right. Yo, what up, Casper? Good to see you. Doing all right. Yeah. Currently unemployed or only self-employed, so that's fun. But you know, looking for a new job. Get all stuff. What up, Killa? Doing good. How are you? All right, let's get these guys on there. Stingy Benji, what's up? It'll be 60 on January 20th. Yeah, you're probably the oldest man here. I don't even think Wes is that old. Yeah, Wes is only 56. He's a young man still. It's just a pup. Just YouTube, I stream and create content. I'm already doing it, so if they let me monetize, why not? Ah, that's fair. Yeah, if you're already doing it, I don't see why they would say you can't be monetized. Like, you're already putting all the stuff out there, right? Like, if you're in the US, it doesn't really matter, because unless you're making tons of money, it's not going to affect their taxes. And until you make a certain amount, you don't even really have to pay taxes either. But let's see. What do I want? I want this. I want this. And I want my little spatula, if I can get it out of here. Why is this so hard to grab? Fine, I'll grab this spatula instead. I'll get a paper towel to wipe everything clean afterwards, and hopefully we won't get it everywhere on ourselves like last time. I don't know if you guys were here for the last build, but I literally got thermal paste all over my fingers somehow. Somehow it ended up literally everywhere. Any AMD FX users here? No. Can you rate my own PC build just based on the specs? Sure. I'm so old they're going to cut me open to count the rings when I die like an old tree. It's a pretty good one. I haven't heard that before. That's a good one, Wes. That's a good one. All right. Get all that extra thermal paste off there. Get our spatula nice and clean so we start fresh next time. 3070 Ti i5 14th gen. I mean, that's a solid build. Definitely nothing wrong with that. Sent it before the other ones. Oh, no, you're good. Ryzen 5 3600. RTX 2060 16 gigs of RAM. Should I upgrade from the 3070 to the 9060 XT 16 gig? Yeah, I think you would see a pretty decent benefit just from having the newer hardware, and it's quite a bit faster. You could definitely see a performance boost in that, Crazy Ben. I've been having issues trying to figure out Meld. Does it not have any plugins? No, basically everything is just built in. Like pretty much every feature that you could want is basically built in. Power to performance is completely trash, but gets the job done. Hey, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. If it gets the job done, it gets the job done, you know? Yo, what up, Warfliper? I mean, you missed the start of the stream. I mean, I don't know what else you missed. Okay. Should I upgrade from the B650 to B850 for PCIe 5? Ooh, that's a good question. The 9060 XT 16 gig uses a by 16 interface, so you don't lose a ton of performance by being on Gen 4. But it might be worth it if you can find a good deal. Like, I wouldn't say it's like something you need to like try and do right away, but it could definitely be worth it. I couldn't really tell you what the percentage difference would be, though, to be honest. I think you meant 2 terabytes of storage. Gonna upgrade to the AM4 platform, going for a 5600X. Hope to use your 1070. Nice. $1070 is getting old, man. Let's put this under there. Okay, it's got that all hooked up. We'll connect this guy in here to the CPU fan header. Gotta have the complete Steam library on the PC, right? What's funny is that the current B650 I'm using has Gen 5, but it was removed in a later BIOS? What? That's weird. Could you help me out? What's the best Intel CPU socket? LGA 1851 under $400? I mean, you can get the Ryzen or Intel Core Ultra 7 265K for under 400. Done. What up, Hatfield? My kid's born after 2003, so when I tell them I was born in 1980, they say 1900s. Ugh. The worst is when they say the late 1900s or like they say like turn of the century to mean like the 90s. I'm like, kill me. Just kill me. You ever had DOA parts? Absolutely. I've had it several times over the years, mostly with RAM, but it's happened with power supplies too. Need to upgrade my storage as well. Currently 4 terabytes ain't enough for your Steam library. Dang, you got a lot of games. running 35 FPS 1080p min in every game. I got it cheap for your first PC. Oh yeah, then dude, jump into the 5600X is gonna be awesome. Although I think that means you need new RAM too, because you're probably on DDR3 with the FX. Generally more for medical clips or random stuff, and the other 8 terabytes are for games and more important stuff. Oh, so you really do have a lot of RAM or storage. Dang. I need help, bro, to finish my PC, just the GPU. Also getting 32 gigs. I mean, I can't help you. Like, I can't send you one. You can look for used stuff. That might help. Help be a lot cheaper. All right. This is the build today. Check out that custom paint digicam. This thing is sweet. Yeah, I can't really help you with the new GPU, brother. Yeah, the 265K it's a great CPU, and it's got tons of cores, man. If you want something even cheaper, the 245K is also solid because it's got 6 performance cores and then a bunch of E cores too. RAM prices are gonna get more expensive probably before they get cheaper, but eventually they will. Eventually they'll get cheaper. All right, let's put this baby down. Dude, isn't that a nice camo? That's all we did. I found a stencil kit on Amazon for the camo. So you just like, you lay the stencil down, spray a color, grab the next stencil, spray the color. My wife did like 3 or 4 coats on it. So it's pretty good, like lots of depth, you know. Make sure none of those cables got underneath. Great. There we go. Okay. Yeah, you got DDR3 16 gigs right now. Yeah, we did. I think we did a pretty good job on this one for sure. And I really like the colors that I chose. The like really nice bright red and then the light gray with it. I think it looks pretty solid. Getting DDR3 32 gig or DDR4 32 gigs. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, start saving up for that GPU, man. How's the FPS because of the paint? It's extra high. People can't see you in games when you got camo on your PC, you know? DDR3 8 gigs like 10 pounds. Well, yeah. It's because nobody uses it anymore. It's basically just for keeping really old systems alive. Yeah, I'm still rocking. Sneeze. Woo. KXRKN, thank you for the follow. I'm still rocking a 12700K in my stream PC. I at some point will probably upgrade to something newer, but it just works so well for a stream PC. And if I need to, I could always go all the way up to like 14th gen and get more cores and faster speeds and stuff. And it's already got DDR5 in it, so I literally just drop it in. But yeah, in my stream PC, it doesn't really make sense to upgrade it until it starts having problems, you know? Screwdriver is apparently a little too thick for this. I prefer AMD, like across the board for gaming CPUs. It's a little bit better price to performance in general, and like if you're going top of the line, like the 9800X3D is like unbeatable. If you're doing like gaming and productivity, or like gaming and streaming from a single device, Intel can be really nice because you could get like the i5 Core Ultra 5 245K and have like, you know, 18 cores or whatever it is. I think it's 20 cores at your disposal for gaming and streaming. Excuse me. So in my book, it kind of just depends on what you are going to do with it, you know, and what your budget is. Hold on. I got to blow my nose, guys. Don't look at me. I swear, I got sick like 2.5 weeks ago, and I'm still like having to blow my nose several times a day. It's crazy. Yeah, it's not even allergies, I don't think. I think it's just from being sick. Make sure I tighten these all the way down. Yeah, I did. I got them all down. Come on. The magnet on this screwdriver is so strong sometimes it makes it hard to get it. Okay, there we go. All right. There we go. You look like Vinny Madungdugno. I don't even know who that is. Yes, it is an LTT screwdriver. Been using it for a few years now. Almost finished a really fun build. It's a one-piece. Where did I missed it? I lost it. It's a one-piece anime-themed build. I got to stretch my creative limbs a little bit. Oh, that sounds fun, Mean Dean. Junior, this is the Thermalright Assassin R Digital. So, or Thermalright Assassin 120 R Digital. So it's got a little digital display on it. He said, "Don't look at me. I know everyone looked at you." I know. Probably shouldn't have said that. I really want some of the new designs of the LTT screwdriver, but I know I don't need them, so I'm not buying them. Like I really want to, but like mine still works perfectly well, and they're not cheap, so we're just gonna keep the one we got. All right, let's get this back here and plugged in. Gonna run this along over here just to keep that from getting too busy. All right, so USB 2 right here. Right there. Okay. All right, let's take a look at what we got back here. Can't bring myself to pay $70 for a screwdriver. I mean, when you're like me and you use it all the time, it makes sense. Definitely makes sense for how I use it, but for the average person, probably not. All right, HD audio. I swear all their ports are backwards from what I'm used to. Like they have them flipped. All right, front panel. Okay. Let's go USBs. All right. Got USB-C there, USB 3 there. we'll get our USB 3 through here. Plug her in. It's a little bit of a tight corner. We'll go up first. Come on. Didn't give us a lot of space with that fan. There we go. All right. Come on. There we go. Okay. Just make sure there isn't too much stress on that thing. It's not fully seated. Hold on. That's fully seated. There we go. Okay. Tight corner. All right, USB-C. That's gonna come up here. Okay. Okay, all that stuff's plugged in. Got this guy plugged in. Let's figure out some of these cables. What up, Motorsports? How we doing? Yeah, I saw you mention that earlier, Warfiber. All right. Let's get these cables through here too. All right, so got these guys in here. Let's get a zip tie on these. Everything except that. I don't really have any used GPUs or anything laying around that I could just get rid of for cheap, unfortunately. Where's the other side of this cable? Okay, so got all that. Can put these two together. Come on. Come in. Just bend up a little bit. There we go. All right, there's that. All right, let's start sorting this mess out. Good setup, too new for you. You have a 5900X, 48 gigs of RAM, RTX 3050, and 4 terabytes of storage. That's not bad at all. You have 48 gigs of DDR4? Don't recall. I guess they sold some 12 gigabyte kits of DDR4. Or 12 gigabyte sticks of DDR4, I should say. Okay. What up, Bionic Pickle? Welcome in. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope they don't raise prices when I'm trying to get one. Yeah, they're definitely saying definitely the higher end GPUs are expected to go up in price. I don't know that if all of them are expected to go up in price, but I know they're getting rid of some of the models. Like Nvidia is getting rid of like supposedly the 5060 Ti 16 gig and the 5070 Ti to allocate VRAM chips towards the like 5080 and the lower end cards. Just kind of crazy. I mean, RAM was cheap up until October. You could get a 32 gig, good quality 32 gig DDR5 kit for like under $100 up until October, which I would say is pretty cheap. All right, so we've got another couple of ports there for RGB, but this RGB cable isn't going to reach that far. So I think what we'll do, we're going to run this back up, and we're going to connect it into the CPU cooler fan, so they'll all be running on the same RGB port. What up, Killa K? Yeah, I agree. The 5060 Ti 16 gig and the 5070 Ti are really good cards. Like, great price to performance. What up, Ghost Legend? Good to see you. Well, you let me know when AMD makes their own CPU coolers besides the stock ones. And this CPU doesn't come with a stock cooler, so. And they discontinued the really good stock cooler. The Wraith Prism is discontinued now, so you can't even get those anymore. Which is the only one I would put in this system for AMD stock coolers. All right, all that stuff is plugged in and somewhat managed. Let's do a little more stuff here. Your mid-message about the Wraith? Yeah, dude, the Wraith is a super good cooler. I'm really sad that they stopped making it. They stopped making it in like August or something of this last year. I actually have a couple of those. WG900 Pro from Malaysia. What up, Iman? The AIO with 3 screens. Let's see. AMD WG900 Pro. That is from Tacomas. That's not an AMD cooler. Yeah, they are supposed to reintroduce AM4 products, but yeah, I don't know if they're gonna revive the stock coolers. I kind of doubt it. What up, Lemons? Actually, I have a video coming out, or maybe 2 different videos that I'll be putting out in the next couple of days from the Tacoma's booth at CES this year. They had some really cool stuff. Here for the OnlyFans. How long does it take to build a PC? Usually, I mean, because I only ever build on stream, so I'm like sitting here talking to you guys and stuff, but it's usually like an hour to 2 hours depending on the build. I was really intrigued by the Appear case. I have reached out, and I did talk to him like at CES about like, hey, like I would love to feature your guys' case in a video. They're not on the market yet, so hopefully I can make that happen. You know, get it ahead of release. CPU shouldn't need any else. Yeah, these other ones here. All right, let's get our CPU power cable in there. It's one of these. There we go. Type in exclamation point specs. Snapped. I can't see. Go. You see that case at CES that hit all the fans? Use that with BTF components to be pretty slick. Which case was that? I'm trying to remember. A stealthish silver build. A little bit of tasteful RGB. It's doing things for you. It's doing it for you. Yeah, dude, if I did that, like I kind of would want to do it with like the bare aluminum, like not even anodized. That would look so cool. And they have a set, they have like one set up with like the one that I showed that was built that has like speakers and stuff built into it and like a VESA mount for mounting your monitor right there. Like it's pretty sick. And the guy he's just like a fellow, you know, engineer designer that just like really takes pride in his work, you know, which I really enjoyed talking to him. Is it actually worth holding off on my build to see if RAM and SSD prices drop? I mean, they're saying they're not going to drop for, like, right now it's like maybe not till 2027. Like, there's no one really knows, but like it does not look like it's going to be in the near future that SSD and RAM prices go back down. So, you know, take that however you want to take it. That's what I've seen. For a GPU upgrade, what would you recommend? I can get either... Yo, Dudukwe, thank you for all those likes. For your GPU upgrade, what would you recommend? I can either get a 5050, which is newer, or the 6700 XT, which is 5 years old, but still outperforms the 5050. I would go 6700 XT or the 5050. They're probably not that different in price. And yeah, even though it is older, you're gonna get better performance out of it. Yeah, I agree, Mean. Yeah, he was very height-like in his passion. I have a video coming out too with the Height guys, or one of the guys from Height. That is like, he's a director of product. And same sort of thing. It's just like they really pride themselves on, you know, not just following the market, but trying to like lead the market, which is something that I've noticed from Height. Like, they don't just like say, oh, what, like, these guys made this and it's really cool and it seems to be selling well, like, let's just make one of those. Like, they really like to do their own thing. And do it well. Okay. Get our power supply hooked up here. Get the plastic off that. Still use the RX 550, so either way, yeah, you'll definitely be able to play much better with either of those cards. But yeah, I would say 6700 XT of those two options. Or yeah, use 3070 Ti might be a good spot too. bit of a tight squeeze in there. Type in exclamation point specs, Tovig. $3080 is still a good card too. I'm still rocking I have a 3070 in my stream PC, and I have a 4070 Ti Super that's water blocked in my gaming PC. I probably would have upgraded my gaming PC by now if it wasn't water blocked, because it's just so much work and extra money to upgrade. But it still performs well enough, and I don't really game enough to, you know, worry about it right now. Just went back to a 4070 Ti Super. Arc Raiders and AMD are not best friends. Really? Interesting. 7900 XTX is such a beast too. That's crazy. It wasn't playing nice for you. All that. Okay. All right, that's looking a lot cleaner now. Let's get our GPU in here, huh? What do you think about modular fans? Are they as practical as consumers say over the standard daisy chain design? I mean, they're very practical while you're installing them and stuff. Like it makes it a lot faster. It cleans up your cable management a lot if you care about that. It is very convenient. Like I just put in a set of, or you can see them on maybe that. So you can see them in here. I just put in some Corsair IQ fans that I got from Corsair, and like literally they just like all three snap together, and then you have a single cable running from the fans to the hub. So it makes it super quick. It's like super clean looking. It's definitely worth it if you have the budget for it, you know. I think this is only 2 power cables. Ooh, this one's 3. Hey. Well, let's see here. We actually need another PCI cable. There we go. Yeah, they really do make building so much easier. Is the 2060 Super any good this in 2026? It's still solid. It's still a very much usable card. Like obviously it's getting a little bit older, but it's still very capable even in 2026. Don't worry. Extra cable installed. Boom. All right. So we got our 3 power cables. Get our massive GPU, the 9070 XT. This is Asus Prime. And guess we'll start getting the plastic off of it, huh? Definitely plastic on there. Still looks like there's plastic on there. Maybe it's not plastic. Maybe that's it. All right. So we got, take out 2 of these guys. Prime is so sleek and understated. Yeah, I love the Primes. They're super good. Looking good. Love the builds. Hey, thank you, Mike. Thank you. More cores and sorry, I missed several comments. 7600X3D is okay, but I'm assuming you're driving to a Micro Center for the bundle. Personally, I paid the extra $50 to get the 9700X. Yeah, just for more cores. Yeah, it's nice to have more cores. If you're strictly gaming, I would prefer the 7600X3D over the 9700X. But if you do anything like streaming and stuff, having the extra cores is super convenient. Totally depends on your CPU and GPU combo for sure. How many PCs do I have personally? I have 2 fully built working PCs. Oh, this is apparently a slot higher than normal. Okay. It's okay. We'll just move that one around. For your birthday, you're going to give out some gifts? Oh, okay. I like your gifts. Just jumped from the 12th gen i7 to a 9950X 3D. Oh my gosh, that's a huge difference. That's a huge difference. All right. That is fully seated as far as I can see. Looks fully seated over here. Mr. Rainbow, it's not your birthday yet. What the heck? Hold on a minute. 50 gifted memberships, Mr. Rainbow? 50? Mr. Rainbow trying to keep his VIP status over here. And he definitely has. He definitely has. Bro, thank you so much. I mean, Micro Center bundles would be worth the drive, except for I'm 12 hours away from the nearest Micro Center. Currently on 12 gen now, 12700 with a 3080. I mean, I would go like 14600K over a bigger, better 12th gen personally, or even 14700K. You guys, Mr. Rainbow is nuts. I think someone's hacking Mr. Rainbow's account. 50 gifted members, you guys. That's crazy. Yo, what up, KT? How we doing? Totally terrible for not realizing I haven't followed you on until now. Wow. Banned. Just kidding. Third cable at. It's that one, huh? There we go. How's that? Banned, fired, blocked. All of them. How are you doing, Katie? It's good to see you. Oh, I'm paying attention. I saw it. There's no missing that. That's crazy. Thank you so much, dude. Happy birthday to you. Yes. Happy 60th birthday. I mean, we'll say it again when it's time, but happy 60th birthday. Lemon's got a gifted. Love that. Didn't get picked. Oh, man. Well, maybe next time. Doom scrolling TikTok, saw you were live, and I was like, wait a minute. Yes, ma'am. Are you coming to Loot Fest this year? It's not that far from you, I don't think. And there it is, chat. This is the beast of the day. I mean, let's just talk about how incredible this paint job turned out, you guys. Let's just talk about it. Because this paint job is pretty insane. Now you look like the runt in the family without the membership thing. Well, yeah, you can always buy it yourself, I guess. No pressure, no pressure. I mean, just look how good this looks. Look at how good that looks. Almost wish the 8-pin cables are the same pattern as the paint job. Ooh. That would be really sick. That would be sick. Look, I'm gonna be honest, my #1 goal this year is to buy my new PC. Yes. We definitely need to do that. Dudakwe, yes. This is, if you see me live on stream, I am building a customer's PC. Looks cleaner than the front brakes on your car and you clean them. Do you check request tickets? What do you mean? The red black is cool, right? Threw some gray in there too. Don't worry, I do this once in a while, so you'll probably get one eventually. You probably will. This is not the first time Mr. Rainbow has dropped insane numbers on my channel. I think it's time we fire this baby up. What do you guys think? It's not going to look nice and coordinated yet because we haven't set up the RGB, but it's going to look sick. And contact us on the website? Yes, I do. If you sent it in today, it's just because I haven't seen it yet. Let me check. Yeah, I came in while I was live, but I will look at it. All right, who's ready to see this baby fire up? Who's ready? Throw your favorite emoji in the chat if you're ready to see this thing get fired up for the first time. Mr. Rainbow, aka the new official sponsor of Redneck Engineer. I know, right? I might rethink my case situation and get a glass one, but come February, I'll get it. I'll be getting it. All right. Yeah, we can change it up. Whatever you want. You ready? Let's do it. Fire it up. Look at all those beautiful emojis. Look at them all. Look at them all. All right. So as a reminder, in this build, we've got a Ryzen 5 9600X, an RX 9070 XT, 32 gigs of $1 million RAM, 1 terabyte SSD. We've got an 850 watt power supply, the Thermalright Assassin R digital CPU cooler, Gigabyte B850 motherboard, and the custom painted Montec XR. First ever power on. Here it is. Did my RGB thing get disconnected? Or is it just booting up still? We'll see. Ooh, not the $1 million RAM, no. There it is. Okay. I was a little nervous for a second there. Hold on, let's pull the lights down a little bit so we're not washing this out so bad. Let's pull these lights down a little bit. There. Now you get the good view. So this is going to be a readout, so you'll be able to see like CPU, GPU temperature, CPU, GPU load. And there it is. There it is, folks. It's an LED screen, but it's very minimal in terms of what it can do. Like you can't put pictures and stuff on it. It's just like a display for like GPU temperature, CPU temperature. Yeah, you can definitely upgrade a bunch of different stuff in this PC, or in the case. It's got plenty of space. You have an HP Pavilion. At the time, I didn't know about PCs and you bought it. Ah. Guys, you know what's crazy? We've made it over an hour and TikTok hasn't tried to yell at me saying they think I'm selling something to people on a different site. It's like the first time in months. Thermal has stepped up their game. Dude, Thermalright is so good. They're so good. Everything they're putting out right now is just chef's kiss. This build, that's a great question. How much was this build? Great question. So this one is pre-sold, so you can't buy this one, but you could buy one just like it. Shipping, taxes, everything together. This one also is going to have laser engraving on the glass. This was $21.84. So if you didn't do the custom laser engraving, it'd be about $2,100. Originally, the original build was probably in the like $1,600-$1,700 range. But we upgraded to the 9070 XT. RAM price on this one is like $230 for 32 gigs of RAM because I had it in stock already. I know it's too late. You already bought it. But Duduquay, if you're in the US, you know, you need to buy a PC. Code XKTX. Get a nice little discount. Use their TL M12Q fans. Oh, I actually have those planned. I'm probably going to be using those in one of the builds for Loot Fest this year. PC is at 90 temp. I don't have any games open. Is that bad for your PC? It's not good. Paint job. So we have two options for paint. You can do single color for $80 or two color or multicolor for $100. And that's like anything. You're welcome, KD. Thank you for being here. Sorry, I auto-modded you because you can't say my name for some reason. If you say the full name, Redneck Engineer, as one word, then you'll be fine. But for whatever reason, it doesn't like my name. But it'll let me have it. I just can't use it for some reason. Okua, is that 90 degrees C or is that 90 degrees Fahrenheit? Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, like, depending on what it is, that's like $20 to $40 of that is in materials. So having to buy whatever paint we need, and then the rest is just labor, because it takes a long time. We probably don't charge enough for it, to be honest, but we like doing it. Did you see Asus ROG's new fans? Kind of sick. They'll probably be the same price as 32 gigs of DDR5 though. I didn't get to see. I don't think I saw their new fans at the booth at CES. It says C. Yeah, that's too hot. You probably just need new. You probably need new thermal paste, to be honest. Depending on how old your system is. I'm sure they are bougie. I really liked Tacomas had really cool like magnetic fans for like their AIOs. So you literally just like pop it into the like it just is magnet into the radiator, and you just pop them in. You don't have to do any connections between the fans. It's all just right there. So you literally could just pull a fan out and it would turn off, stick it back in, and it would turn on. RGB would come on. Everything. It was so cool, dude. Isn't that digital camo sick? Like. Dope. Freaking sweet. How we doing, right tech? Autofocus is tripping out. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. Seems like it's okay if I leave it still. Oh, no, it's not. I found that, like, if my face isn't in the frame, sometimes it doesn't like it. Even though I have, like, the thing for, like, searching for faces on my camera turned off, it still, for whatever reason, is not happy a lot of times. You would charge $300 to $500 to Cerakote on firearms? Yeah, but Cerakoting is a lot more involved. Like, this is just prep the surface. I mean, pull it apart, prep the surface, tape it up or whatever to keep from overspray, and then paint and clear coat. It's not nearly as involved. And it doesn't require specialty tools or anything, or specialty hardware. My old PC blue screen the other day, I told her she just needed to last a couple more months. Come on, you can do it. Just hang in there. You can go to my Discord, Ronan. You can go to the Discord and drop it in there and I'll see it. Since I'm a AMD guy, I'm gonna call it the, or you're an MD guy, I'm gonna call it the Oriole build. Like the Baltimore Orioles. I thought the Orioles are orange though. Are they not orange? It might look like it in the video, but this is red. Sweet. What up, Stream Hub world? All right, y'all. We did it. We finished. Baking and curie was the longest part, and the coatings were, yeah, exactly. We buy like high-end spray paint from Art Primo, but even with that, it's like, you know, it's like $8 to $10 per can. So if it's 2 colors, then you know it's like $35 or $30 with shipping, and then labor. All right, y'all. It looks orange on the stream. You're disappointed now. I mean, we could have done it orange, but he wanted red. He wanted it red. All right, y'all. Thank you all so much for hanging out, Mr. Rainbow. Again, if you're still in here, thank you so much for the 50 gifted memberships. You're a maniac. We love it. Yeah, Ronan, drop me some pictures of your setup, man. And we'll see you all in the next one. Kilobyte, thank you for being in here. Katie, thank you for dropping in. Gaming Trucker Dad, appreciate you, dude. We will see you all on the next one. Trail Tech, yes, you have a good one as well. Mean Dean, always good to see you in here. Ronan, good to see you for the first time, I think. Akua, what's up? All right, y'all. Thank you all so much for chatting, keeping it fun, keeping it light. And we'll see you on the next one, all right? Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Have a great day or a great night, Mr. Rainbow. I know it's late over there. Goodbye.